Well, bills have just 2 days left to get through committees in this year's legislative session. If they do not, they are done this session.
So here's our State House reporter Emily Longnecker tonight with a story about a potentially life-saving bill that's been down this path before.
Every day that I wake up, I am grateful to a higher power.
When 62-year-old Danny Ernstes says he never takes a single day for granted, it's not a cliche. He really means it. That's because just 3 years ago, Danny was in stage 5 kidney failure, staring at death if he didn't get a kidney transplant.
For me to stay alive, I had to do dialysis 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. You hook up to a machine and that's your life.
Danny joined more than 120,000 Americans already on the transplant waiting list. He knew it could be a long wait.
There is no kidney sitting on a shelf. There is no heart, no lung, no liver. You're at the mercy of a fellow human being saying yes.
Danny took his search for a donor to Facebook.
I had resolved that either I had to expand my search or I would live the rest of my life out on dialysis and die.
9 months later, that yes came via a phone call from an old high school classmate now living in Minnesota.
I'm like, man, I have not talked to you in 43 years. He goes, I've been testing since September. And he goes, I found out in January I'm healthy enough and I'm a match to you. I want to give you my kidney and I want to save your life.
2 months later, Tom Giordano, a guy Danny once rode the bus to school and played football with, gave him a second chance.
I can never put words to that, what that meant for somebody that saved my life. For Tom, the gift that he's gave me.
But this grandfather of 3 is finding those words.
Just know there's somebody behind a living donor.
Danny told his story this legislative session at the Indiana State House in support of SB 111, a bill to prohibit companies from denying life, disability, or long-term care insurance to someone who's a living organ donor. 35 states already have laws protecting living organ donors from insurance discrimination. Senate Bill 111 overwhelmingly passed in the Senate in late January with bipartisan support. But on the final week for bills this session to be heard in committee, SB 111 didn't get a hearing in the House's Insurance Committee. Similar bills have met the same fate in past sessions. The chairman of that committee says he works in life insurance and talks with other insurance companies.
I struggle with passing a bill that is not needed.
Republican State Representative Martin Carbaugh says he found no evidence living organ donors are facing insurance discrimination in Indiana.
I can't say that I've talked to every company that exists, but as a whole, there are lots of companies that would help any of these folks who are willing to donate an organ.
Danny says it's about making living organ donation as uncomplicated a choice as possible for the person considering it.
And this is the first barrier in Indiana, and that barrier sits there.
Just like the thousands of Hoosiers themselves sitting, waiting for an organ donor. Danny knows what that wait is like.
You sit and wait, and the clock's ticking.
But for Danny Ernstes, who gets more time with his wife and family, the wait is over.
We get to grow old together and my 3 kids, and I got 3 grandsons, so I get to be papa, dad, husband.
But in Indiana, the wait for legislation like SB 111 continues. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.